Hello and welcome back to the Runaway American UK edition. Today we are going to be looking at the top 10 greatest British rock bands. I know a lot of people hate Watch Mojo, but I think they compile some good lists. Obviously, they miss some great ones, they miss some great people, but you know what I mean? It's always going to be subjective. Someone's going to love another person or another band more than another person does, so it comes out differently. I have ranked on when I watched the top 10 British actors and the top 10 British actresses. I ranked that, but I don't feel like I know enough about British rock bands British rock bands in order to rank them. I can say without a doubt my number one British rock band is Queen, followed by the Beatles. I know I'm going to guess that the Beatles are going to be number one on this, which I respect. I think the Beatles are fantastic, but I'm just a Queen girl. So that's basically where my rock knowledge ends. Obviously I know the Rolling Stones. I know Radiohead, the Smiths. I've actually just listened to my first Smiths song on Patreon. I know a little bit of the Clash and things like that, but I don't know what's going to be on this list. So let's check it out. Let's see. And let's see if I know any of them. I'm curious.
Rock and roll was born in the States, but it was perfected in Britain.
Truth.
Welcome to Watch Mojo UK, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 greatest British rock bands.
Okay, I saw this on the British band that America
Before
forgot.
we begin, we publish new content every day,
T-Rex,
so be sure
I
to
think.
subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
Guys,
For this
ring the
list,
bell.
we take a look at those British rock bands that helped define and change the genre from the 60s to this day.
Way on down south. Way on down south. London town.
Number 10, The Kinks.
Oh, okay. I know the Kinks, yeah.
One of the greatest
I like
bands of
that.
their age, the Kinks are to be credited with influencing pretty much everything that came after them, and even a few of their contemporaries. Pete Townsend of The Who, a band that rose to prominence around the same time as the Kinks, claims that Ray Davies' work has been a major influence from the very beginning, while others credit the Kinks with pioneering the rock concept album.
You really got me going. You got me so I don't know what I'm doing now.
They took part in the
Yes.
musical British invasion of the United States, but soon were banned from performing due to the Davies brothers' constant fighting.
Millions of people swarming like flies round.
Oh, I really like them. I forgot about them.
Number 9, Radiohead.
When I am king, you will be faster.
Widely regarded by both critics and the public as one of the finest bands of the 90s and 2000s, Radiohead have recorded a number of landmark albums and tracks, and show no sign of stopping. Years after their debut, Radiohead can still lay claim to the title as one of the most
Creep.
important alternative rock bands in the world.
But I'm a creep. I'm a widow.
Such a good song.
Shooting to fame in 1992 thanks to Creep, the debut
That was
single from
my-
their first
that was the year I
album
was
Pablo
born.
Honey, the band has proved time and again to have many more aces up their sleeves, from OK Computer to their latest releases.
Beyond the point
Oh my god, he looks so different.
of no return.
Number 8, Oasis. One of the leading champions of Britpop, Oasis were an extremely successful band in the 90s, poised by some, although largely the band themselves, to be rivals and successors to the Beatles. It wasn't all talk either. Their first album, Definitely Maybe, became the fastest selling debut album in the UK, and is often said to be the greatest achievement of Britpop, while What's the Story Morning Glory and its roster of singles were a phenomenon worldwide. The notorious infighting between brothers Noel and Liam Gallagher ultimately ended the band,
Oh, I didn't
but
know
not
they were
their
brothers.
popularity, which endures to this day.
So good. Love them.
Number 7, Deep Purple. Among the pioneers of hard rock and heavy metal, and 1/3 of the unholy trinity that also included Led Zeppelin and Black Sabbath,
Love
Deep Purple
Led
are one of the
Zeppelin.
greatest rock acts in history. Their signature Smoke on the Water is a regular contender as the first song everybody learns to play on guitar. And if that doesn't say
Yes.
something about their impact on music worldwide,
It'd be
we
my
don't know
song
what
that I would
else
choose.
will.
Smoke on the water, fire in the skies.
They achieved widespread success with their 1970 album Deep Purple in Rock, but subsequently went through numerous lineup changes since.
Nobody gonna take my girl, I'm gonna keep her to the end. From Soho down to Brighton, I'm a
Number 6, The Who.
I ain't seen nothing
Yes, that pinball.
amusement hall.
Yes.
The originators of the rock opera
Yes!
and one of the most revered
know that
live
was-
acts
I didn't
in
know
rock
that
and
was The
roll
Who.
history. The Who have been one of the most
Pinball.
beloved bands to come out of Britain in the 20th century.
I'm not trying to cause a big sensation.
From the face of the mod movement to guitar and drum destroying synth dabbling hard rockers, The Who set out to create something grand from the get-go, and they very often succeeded.
I was not here to feel. I fight for my ears.
One of the
He still
tightest
sounds
rock
great.
quartets anybody had ever heard, many of their classic songs are still played today. Number 5, Pink Floyd.
Hey, teacher, leave them kids alone.
Popularity and genius don't always go hand in hand, but Pink Floyd are one of the most highly acclaimed bands in music history, while also being among the genre's most successful. The band was at the forefront of the psychedelic scene, and later of progressive rock, bringing in and popularizing innovations in musical composition, tackling complex lyrical themes, and offering theatrical live performances.
I'm in a high fidelity first class traveling section. I think I need a lift.
Both with Syd Barrett as frontman and later with the legendary Waters-Gilmore partnership, Floyd recorded a number of amazing albums, The Dark Side of the Moon and The Wall ranking among the best-selling albums of all time.
Wow.
Every girl comfortably numb. That's why they call me Mr. Fahrenheit.
I'm telling you,
Number 4, Queen.
I'm gonna think of Supersonic Man out of you.
Featuring one of the greatest voices in rock and roll, or any other genre of popular music, Queen are a mainstay of every best bands list, British or otherwise.
Oh yeah.
With a career spanning decades and genres, their popularity and success is certainly well deserved.
So you think you can stop me and spit in my eye?
Founded in 1970 by Brian May and Roger Taylor, with Freddie Mercury suggesting the name and John Deacon being drafted into the fold, Queen achieved massive international
Love that one's
fame with the
free.
release of Sheer Heart Attack and A Night at the Opera, and by the early 80s, were the biggest arena rock band in the world.
Nothing really matters to me.
Oh, they're phenomenal. Their Live Aid performance is one of my. I watch it all the time. It's just so good.
Number 3, The Rolling Stones.
I don't know enough of them. I only know I think like 2 or 3 songs by them. I like them though.
The original bad boys of rock and roll, the Rolling Stones were as influential as the Beatles, and continue to be one of the most revered bands in the history
Oh,
of
yeah.
music.
Mick Jagger.
Inspired by blues and early rock and roll, in the early 60s they become an icon of the countercultural revolution, and were at the forefront of the musical invasion of the United States, while their albums from the late 60s to the early 70s are considered among the best rock records ever produced, and the band's own golden age. Number 2, Led Zeppelin.
Yes.
They're one of the greatest bands to ever grace a stage, and laid the foundations of much of the heavy music that came after them. Without them, hard rock and metal as we know them wouldn't even exist. But Led Zeppelin's influence spreads to all modern music, and even to music business and the way music is made. Their distaste for singles meant they conceived all their output as albums, and their live shows helped develop arena rock, while making them the second best-selling band in the US, behind the Beatles.
I love his voice, it's so interesting.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honourable mentions.
Very calm in comparison. Sounds good though. Love Phil Collins so much, so
Number 1, the Beatles.
obviously.
The long and the short of it is popular music can be easily divided into two periods,
Anyway.
before and after the Beatles. And once they came, especially from the moment they started experimenting with more complex musical compositions in albums like Revolver, things were never the same. From clean-cut pop band that would have teenage girls scream every time they stepped on stage, to the mind-expanding, genre-bending, envelope-pushing band that abruptly stopped touring and completely overhauled their mop-topped image, John, Paul, George and Ringo did it all, and did it first.
Let me take you down, 'cause I'm going to Strawberry Fields.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from Watch Mojo UK.
Oh, fantastic. Obviously. I was shocked it was The Who has so many good hits. I was shocked I forgot, honestly. I can't believe I didn't remember how many great hits they have. I feel like I need to do more research on the Rolling Stones because I know, obviously, I can't get no, satisfaction. Like, anything you want, any way you want it, that's the way. I know, like, those two. I know the one that they sang. I just didn't know Gimme Shelter or whatever. I know this song, but I wouldn't have known it if you just, like, showed me the title. So maybe I should research more into them because I feel like they probably have a lot of hits that I am unaware of and that I would probably really enjoy because you guys know I love that music, that time period. If you're new to my channel and you don't know that, like, the 60s and the 70s are basically my favorite time of, like, music. Both in the US and the UK. And you'll also know, if you've seen the video, there was lots and lots of music that I grew up listening to I absolutely loved. I had no idea was from the UK. So, again, I love the UK. I love the British music. I think it's fantastic. The artists are just so... I feel like they were just so much more free to experiment in the UK. I feel like in the US, like, once you are something, you are put in that box, and it's so rare that you can, like, make the jump to something else. Like, and also it's very, especially now, I don't know, I think back in the day people were maybe a bit more forgiving, but now it's like, you are in the box, you will stay in the box, and you will continue to make music that sounds like the music you've already made. Like, do not try and, like, deviate, because we know you commercially sell doing this music. So make every single song that you put out now slightly, like, almost exactly the same, just a bit different, which I feel like is why music has kind of lost, like, the uniqueness that it had. Like, there was so many different cool bands, cool songs. Like, there was pop, there was rock, there was folk, there was blues, there was so much unique music, and, like, they were all, like, popular. Do you know what I'm saying? Whereas, like, now it's pop. Like, pop is popular, and that's what sells. Yes, there are a few rock bands that still do good, but more like pop rock, like Coldplay or like Muse or something. Like they have like influences that are rocker influences, but they're definitely more pop vibey. So sad because we're losing, I feel like, some of the thing that made music so cool, which was like experimenting with different genres and like finding your sound, which I feel like we let people do that back then. Like we let people play around, and that's like what made it cool. Even if you fell flat on your face, your fans would still like love you and be like, okay, redo, let's try again. But still, like, you got to experiment, and that was what was cool. And now it's like, ugh, no, like it costs millions of dollars. We're not gonna like let you put out an album that we like think is gonna fail or has the chance to fail. It has to be something that we know will sell, sadly. So everyone's kind of like a commercial, like a advertising product now, like you have to keep putting out music that people will pay to go watch you perform. That's why I enjoy 60s and 70s music, because I think it is so different and spectacular, and there's so many different genres and so many different, like I said, The Who, I knew a ton of their songs. I just didn't know that they were The Who songs. So fantastic. Loved this video. If you liked it, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and maybe think about subscribing to my channel if you want more content like this. It's Kelly, the Runaway American, signing off. Bye-bye.